Hello students, today we are doing the chapter Matter in our surroundings. Matter is anything which occupies space and has mass. Earlier, Indian philosophers classified matter in the form of 5 basic elements, which are air, earth, fire, sky and water. And these were called as Panchatattvas. Now, on our scientific understanding, we have classified matter or based on the physical state as solids, liquids and gases. Based on the physical state, we have classified it as solids, liquids and gases. On the basis of chemical composition, the matter is classified as pure substance and mixtures. Pure substance, it may be the elements or the compounds, a mixture of elements. Mixtures may be homogeneous or heterogeneous. Homo means having similar kind of particles in them. Hetero means having different kind of particles in them. Physical nature of matter. Matter is made up of particles. That means whatever you take, whether it is liquid, solid or gas, any kind of matter, it is made up of particles. These particles are tiny, they are very small in nature, and these particles have space between them, and these particles move continuously. Also, the particles of these matter attract each other. Now, let's erase this. Now, how do we know that particles are made up of, matter is made up of particles? Suppose you take water and add sugar into that, the sugar gets dissolved in this, right? So, sugar is also made up of particles and water is also made up of particles. Now, we will see it in more detail. Particles of matter are very tiny. For this experiment, if I dissolve 2 to 3 crystals of potassium permanganate in 100 ml of water, and from here you take 10 ml and shift to this bottle. From here you are taking 10 ml and shifting to this bottle. And from here you take 10 ml and shift to the next one. What are we doing? We are diluting this concentrated solution. Even after so many of dilutions, still at the end you see that there is some coloration in the beaker. So what does this suggest? This suggests that particles of matter are very tiny. The particles of matter have space between them. So how do we see this? If you take water in a beaker, you need to note the level of the water, and then when we add sugar into this and dissolve this, we see that the level of water doesn't rise, but the sugar is also dissolved in it. So what does this say? This says that the sugar has dissolved and got into the spaces of particles of water. It is particles of salt has got into space which is there between the water particles. So, particles of matter have space between them. Particles of matter are continuously moving. Now, for this, we'll see this activity where we take some water, into that we drop a drop of blue or red ink. And if it is left undisturbed, we see after some time that the ink has spread evenly throughout the water due to the movement of particles of water and ink. So what is happening? There is intermixing of two or more different types of matter on their own, and this is called as diffusion. So in diffusion, the molecules will move from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. So in the ink, the coloring particles were more, whereas in water it was less. So they have moved from the higher region to the lower region. Particles of matter attract each other. Now here, if you take an iron nail, a piece of chalk, a rubber band, and try to break them, either by hammering, cutting, or stitching, we see that it is more easier to break the chalk, it is less easier to break the rubber band, and it is difficult to break the iron nail. Why is this? This is because in the iron nail, the particles are held together with a greater force. That means the particles of matter attract each other. So if you take the solids, the particles are tightly packed. They're attracting to each other at a greater force. In liquids, this is less. But in gases, the force of attraction is less than that of liquid as well as gas. States of matter. As we all know, matter exists in three states. One, solid, liquid, and gas. So what are the properties of solids? Solids have definite shape and fixed volume, right? They have definite shape and fixed volume. That is, you take any solid, it doesn't change its shape and its volume. From mathematics, you must be understanding now what is volume. The volume is also fixed. The space between the particles is minimum. The space between the particles is minimum. That is, if you see these particles, there is hardly any space between them. They are tightly packed. Why are they tightly packed? Because the force of attraction between these particles is maximum. Space is minimum, but the force of attraction of the particles is maximum. And since the force of attraction is more, the movement of particles is also less over here. So, because of this arrangement, they are least compressible. Compressible means what? You cannot change the shape by pressing, right? And the rate of diffusion is least. The molecules are so tightly packed that there is hardly any movement, so there is very less of diffusion. Properties of liquids. Liquids have no definite shape but have fixed volume. In your lower classes, you might have done the experiment where you take liquid, say in a conical flask, 100 ml of liquid, if it is there in the conical flask, if you pour it into a beaker, the same 100 ml will take the shape of the beaker. Here, the volume of water doesn't change, right? But the liquid has taken the shape of the beaker. Earlier, it had taken the shape of a conical flask. So, liquids take the shape of container. The space between particles is intermediate. The previous diagram we have seen, the space in between the liquid particles is less. So, force of attraction is intermediate between these solids and gases. The movement of particles is also intermediate. So, in gas it is more, in solids it is least, but in liquids it is medium. They are less compressible. And the rate of diffusion is more than solids, but it is less than gases. Properties of gas. Gases have no definite shape or no fixed volume. The gases occupy the whole space of the container. The space between particles is maximum. The force of attraction between particles is minimum, right? In solids it was maximum, in liquids it was intermediate, whereas in gases it is minimum. The movement of particles is maximum. The movement of particles is maximum. They are most compressible, and the rate of diffusion is more than solids and liquids. So here we can see the arrangement of particles in solids, liquids and gases. In solids there is very less space. Liquid there is an intermediate space, whereas in gas the space between the particles is very huge. So this is a representative diagram of the same properties. Thank you.